We've all heard Warren Buffett's famous quote, "Life is like a snowball. The important thing is finding wet snow and a really long hill." Sounds simple, right? A child could understand it. But here's the brutal truth nobody tells you. If it is so simple, why do 99% of people fail to copy it? Why is your snowball, our snowball, stuck at the top of the hill, refusing to roll? It's because we fall in love with the beautiful illusion of compounding, while completely ignoring the ruthless, almost violent logic behind it today. We're going to look past the cozy metaphor and expose the massive trade-offs Buffett had to make to build his empire. First, we need to shatter your illusion of compounding. When you think of compound interest, you probably picture a smooth, steady line, curving upward, safe, predictable, like a high-yield savings account. But the real stock market is a minefield. It's defined by one brutal mathematical concept: the asymmetry of loss. Think about it. If you have $100,000 and you lose 50%, you redown to 50,000, simple math. But to get back to 100,000, you don't need a 50% gain. You need a 100% return. You have to double your money just to get back to where you started. If you buy into a bankrupt company and lose 80%, you need a 400% gain to break even. In the real world, finding a 400% return can take 5, 10, or 15 years. The true cost of a loss isn't just the red number on your screen. It's the theft of your time. Those years you spent just trying to break even. Your compounding rate during that time was zero. That's why Buffett's #1 rule is never lose money. The ultimate enemy of compounding isn't low returns. It is the catastrophic crash that erases your gaming save file. Even if you have the perfect mindset, what happens if the market crashes and you're forced to sell because you need to pay rent or cover an emergency? Your mindset won't save you. You will bleed. Buffett solved this not with better stock picking, but with a genius hack of his business structure. In 1967, at the absolute peak of his early career, Buffett did something insane. He dissolved his highly successful partnership fund. Why? Because he realized that other people's money has emotions. When the market boomed, clients forced him to buy at high prices. When the market crashed, they panicked and demanded their money back, forcing him to sell at the absolute bottom. So he bought an old dying textile mill called Berkshire Hathaway. Through it, he acquired insurance companies. Why? To get his hands on the holy grail of finance, the float. The float is the premium money clients pay, sitting in the bank before any claims are filed. It's cheap, long-term, and most importantly, it can never be redeemed. Nobody cancels their auto insurance just because the stock market crashed. This gave Buffett the ultimate superpower: absolute control over his time. Berkshire is not just an investment firm, it is a time defense shield. Once you have this structural immunity, what do you do all day? The answer is almost nothing. You admit you are blind to 99% of the market. This is what Buffett calls the circle of competence. But it's not a boundary of knowledge, it's a mental wall of discipline. During the dot-com bubble of the late 90s, everyone was getting rich on tech stocks. Wall Street mocked Buffett, calling him an outdated dinosaur because he refused to buy Microsoft or Amazon. Watching everyone else get rich is the ultimate test of human nature. It is the highest level of FOMO, but Buffett didn't care. He wasn't afraid of missing out. He was terrified of losing capital in things he didn't understand. This extreme discipline is why the compounding curve looks so flat for the first 20 years. In fact, over 90% of Buffett's wealth was made after his 50th birthday. Most people simply can't survive that flat, boring phase. They chase fast returns, pop their snowball, and go bankrupt. But physics is relentless. If you focus 99% of your energy on one giant snowball, your other snowballs will shatter. This is the dark side of compounding. In 1977, his wife Susan left him and moved to San Francisco. They lived apart for over 2 decades. It wasn't about betrayal. It was about a profound, crushing loneliness. Susan said that while Buffett could orchestrate billion-dollar deals at work, at home, he didn't even know how to have a basic everyday conversation. He was emotionally blind. Buffett lived in the same modest house bought in 1958, driving the same old car, eating the same McDonald's breakfast every day. This wasn't just humble virtue. It was a cold, functional strategy to avoid decision fatigue. He eliminated every trivial choice in his life, so he could reserve 100% of his brainpower for business. But relationships require energy, time, and emotional presence, the exact resources Buffett invested entirely into his compounding machine. Buffett admitted later in life that his family was his worst investment. Yet, he also admitted that if he had to do it all over again, he wouldn't change a thing. He was built for that one hill. Copying Buffett isn't about learning financial formulas. It is about having his personality architecture. So ask yourself as you try to roll your biggest snowball. Whether it's career, money, or fame, which snowball in your life are you letting shatter in the background? Is it your health, your family, or just basic joy? Are you truly ready to pay the price of compounding? Let me know in the comments below. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. Welcome to the club.